100%. And now it makes it for an interesting title picture because Arsenal and Man City have played one less match than Liverpool, both on 25, Liverpool on 26. And as the points stand, Liverpool are top with 60 points, Man City 56, Arsenal 55. This has to be the best title race we've had in quite a long time. Sure, we've had a couple exciting ones like Arsenal, Man City last year for a bit, but then Man City ran away. Even the year Liverpool won it, they kind of pulled away at the end. So it was this year we have three teams that are within. Say Arsenal and City win their match in hand this weekend. It'll be 2 points separating the top three.
Yeah.
Where are you leaning at the moment? What are your thoughts on the title picture? Because I know when we last discussed this, you're still on board of Man City is the team to beat. Is that still the case?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think they've been there, they've done it, they know how to do it, and they've got it in their hands because they still have to play Liverpool and they still have to play Arsenal. It's in their hands. They win the games they need to win. They'll win the league. I think they will, and I think they'll win the league again. I think I don't know who I'd say has a better shot between Liverpool or Arsenal at this point. I'm going to give it to Liverpool right now because they have won it before, and it's Klopp's last year, so that adds an extra little motivating factor. But you also wonder if Arsenal's experience last year could push them over the hump this year. I still think City's going to win the league. There is a chance, I think, that either of those two teams win. I didn't think Arsenal had a shot until they beat Liverpool the other day.
Yeah.
That's what kind of changed my mind on it, where I'm like, all right, maybe there's a chance. I still think they'll find a way to mess it up towards the end. And Liverpool, sure, they look great this week, but it was relegation battle teams. When they're playing better teams, they often don't look as great. So I still think it's City's to win, and I think they will win it. Because, again, it's not just the fact that they're right there, but they get to play both their competitors for the title. I forget if the Liverpool one's at home. I know Arsenal's playing City at home.
Yeah, so it's Arsenal is away to City and City's away to Liverpool.
Yeah, I think City wins both of them.
Yeah. My only concern for Liverpool, because they do seem to get banged up every year, is they're still in the FA Cup. Obviously, the EFL Cup will be done this weekend. They're still in Europa League. Arsenal is still in Champions League, but they lost that first leg, so we'll see how long they are still in that for. Yeah. Which I realistically think that could benefit them if they get knocked out of the Champions League.
I do too. God, I don't want to go out.
No, especially against a team like Porto, who, don't get me wrong, Porto is one of those Champions League teams that they've found ways to win. They do have more Champions League titles than Arsenal, I am pretty sure.
Fuck you.
More than Man City, less than Liverpool, but it's one of those teams that just finds ways to do well in Europe. And I'm just concerned because last year because Arsenal was in the Champions League last year, I believe, weren't they? No. Yeah, they were. Yeah, and they made not a deep run, but I think it took a toll of them playing twice a week for quite a while, whereas Man City was used to that and they were still able to keep it going and all that. This year they now have that extra experience, and if they do make a cup run, they know how to balance it with the league. Liverpool is the only one I'm really concerned about because realistically, they should make a run in the FA Cup and they should make a run in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Man City, they could make a run in both. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not worried about them because they proved that they can win all three a year ago. So it's one of those things that I still think Man City is the team to beat. And I would say just on paper, Liverpool's that second best team, but I'm not sleeping on Arsenal just because of the potential fatigue aspect. And this Man City team, I will say, isn't as deep as they have been in the past.
No.
And it's not like Erling Haaland's blasting away 30, 35 goals this year. He has 17, has been injured a lot, which he still leads the Premier League, but it's one of those things that it'll be interesting to see what happens. And like you said, 13 and 12 matches left. It's going to be a very exciting title race.
This is the year for other teams to win it, though.
Yeah.
With City not as strong as they've been with Erling Haaland getting injured, not as strong with De Bruyne getting injured. This is the year to win it. Because next year it will probably be Pep's last year. They're going to be motivated as hell. I don't think anyone wins it next year besides City. So I think this is the year, unless you're waiting until 2025, 2026, this is the year to win it.
Yeah, and that brings up a whole nother question of what the hell happens. Like we've talked in the past about Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool and what's next. Pep leaving Man City is going to be an even bigger shakeup to the Premier League.
It is, and I think he goes international.
Really?
You saw the
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that. I don't think he
I
goes.
saw U.S. men national team fans wanting him, which
Bro, he lives in New York during the summer. I am just saying he won't come.
I think if he goes to manage international, he would manage a Spain or one I would throw out there because they've had their managerial issues as of late. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him in Brazil.
I was going to say it's either Spain or Brazil for me. I think Spain, they did extend what's his face's contract through De La Fuente. They extended it through 2026.
Yeah, through the World Cup. So there's time there, but I could not imagine. We've seen Pep work with Brazilians before, and I think with the skill that team has, obviously Neymar's Neymar's not at the end of his career yet. He does get hurt quite often, but he still will find a way to play well for Brazil. Now they're all-time leading goal scorer.
He's only 32.
I know. It seems like he's so much older.
He could have another. Okay, no, he probably won't. But another World Cup and Copa America. No.
Yeah.
Realistic.
And then otherwise you have Vinicius, Rodrigo, who's an Endrick. This team,
dude, Endrick coming up to be crazy.
The Brazilian team is so good, and a guy like Pep would really get the best out of him and make him play like that Barcelona team did. I could see, which would be very dangerous. I think Pep might be the piece because they have the talent to win a World Cup and win their sixth, but it's been the managerial side that I think has been the issue, and Pep could be the answer to get Brazil their sixth World Cup title.
Yeah, if he goes to Brazil, they're winning the World Cup. I think 100%. Granted, international managing is very different than clubs. Pep's a dude who likes to kind of micromanage things a little bit, you know?
He likes picking his players and spending money, but he gets to pick his players on international, which I think would benefit him. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's true. It's a true point, too. But I think he likes being able to be involved with the training every day to help players see something new, get to work with them. I mean, we've seen them transform players and what they can do. Think about John Stones. Think about what he's done for that guy. Like, he can find ways to transform the way players think about the game. Like, I think, who was it? Gundogan said that he just completely transformed him as a player. He's not going to have that same opportunity at the international level just because of how short the windows are, I still think he'd be successful, though, with his tactical awareness and the connection he can have with players, because his players all love him. Besides, Toure, but that's its own issue. When you look at the connection he has, his managerial chops, I think he's going to win a World Cup if he goes to Brazil or Spain. If he goes to the U.S., I don't think he wins a World Cup, but God, it'd be a fun ride.
It would be a hell of a time. Messi playing in the MLS, Pep managing the U.S. national team. U.S. football is on the rise, and I will say that. I still think an African team or potentially even an Asian team will win the World Cup before U.S. or Mexico.
I think an African team does before us.
The way Africa has been on the up and up, it just seems like that'll happen at some point.
Yeah, agreed. I do think the U.S. will win it one day. I don't think it'll be till I'm older.
I'm just hoping that England can manage to win one before the U.S. wins their first, because I don't know what would happen if England and the U.S. had the same number of World Cups.
You guys will lose all credibility in every online argument.
Feed me one game. Feed me Philadelphia, July 4th. England comes into America and gets redemption.
No.
That would not happen. England would lose that match, and we've spoken on that before. But
if that game happens, you will see me drunk as hell wearing a red, white, and blue wife beater in the stands going crazy for the U.S. Just saying. I will be walking for that.
Yeah, if that game happens, I might hide myself away somewhere to watch that, because I don't know how well it would go down in public wearing England stuff on July 4th.
Oh, dude, you'd be massacred.
And with that being said, I always wear an England shirt on July 4th, same way I wear an England shirt on St. Patrick's Day, just to be a little bit provocative.
Oh, you're that guy, huh?
Oh, it gets the people going. So funny.
I'm Irish, so I'm offended.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I really don't care either way. St. Patrick's Day is a blast because you can just it give you a legit reason to just get hammered and go party and sing up and down the street. So do enjoy St. Patty's Day and July 4th. Love me some fireworks, but I always wear the England shirt just for shits and gigs.
You're one of those guys. To be fair, Cinco de Mayo, I rip a U.S. jersey, so it's all good.
Exactly, same thing.
Any
Also-
day
also
for
love me-
Mexican Independence Day, fucking give me my U.S. jersey.
Also love me Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is amazing.
We love our cultural appropriation of holidays just to get drunk. I love it. St.
That-
Patrick's Day.
Yep.
Freaking Cinco de Mayo is not even a Mexican holiday. It's like a region of Mexico that celebrates it. And we've just taken that as our own.
Oh, it's
I
great.
love the U.S.
Oh yeah, America. But back to England, back to the Premier League. There's only really a couple other matches to talk about for this past week. This one very briefly